starting to crumble, and what happened next was the first sign that there was something much darker. Behind what I imagined it was late, the house was dark. I had just turned off the living room television. Another night wasted in silence, pretending everything was under control. I walked slowly down the hallway, trying not to make a sound, but I stopped dead in my tracks when I heard a muffled sound coming from the bedroom, a whisper, a broken voice. I approached and realized it was her. My wife was on her knees, praying. It wasn't a pretty prayer, one of those we learned to repeat automatically. It was a cry, a clamor. It was as if she were giving her own heart with all the strength she still had left. And the hardest part of all was hearing my name. In 1960, amidst that clamor, Lord, I don't know what's wrong with her, but I feel distant, cold. With a heavy heart, I don't know what's behind it, but you do. Deliver him, Jesus. Free my husband, bring him out of the darkness. Don't let our home die. I stood still. A lump formed in my throat. It pierced me like an arrow because she was praying for something that not even she knew. Certainty. I did know exactly what was holding me back. I knew what I was doing in secret. I knew what I was nurturing in the darkness of my mind, and hearing her cry out with faith, with pain, with love was like a punch to the soul. But I didn't go in, I didn't hug her, I didn't confess. I returned slowly, like a coward, shielding myself in my pride. I went to bed, pretending to sleep, and when she returned to bed with red eyes and her face still wet, I turned to the other side because I didn't have the courage to face her. The silence between us that morning was more deafening than any argument. There, I understood. Hell doesn't begin after death, it begins here when we turn away from everything pure, true, and spiritual. And that night, without her knowing, my wife lit the first candle inside the dark cave where my soul was trapped. Have you ever heard a prayer like this? One that in a way no one else has. If so, comment below. I heard a prayer that tore apart. Inside, sometimes, it's this kind of memory that God uses to heal, and the strangest thing was that after that night, something began to change, not in the marriage yet, but in me. But what would come next would show